SECTA's first aid trainer, Richard Cook, is concerned with the lack of knowledge amongst some security guards. Good afternoon, Richard. Now, can you confirm for me that the first aid certificate is in fact part of the Security Certificate 2 course?
Correct, yeah.
Now, can you tell me why it's so important that security guards are trained in first aid?
I believe security officers need basic first aid training in the environment in which they work. They're the people who are the first responders. They're the people who are there well before ambulance officers, paramedics can get to the scene of an accident. So we require the security officers to be able to provide the basic essentials of life until the more qualified people can get there. And then being able to do these vital provisions of the basic life support allows people to increase their chance of survival.
Richard, have you seen any evidence of students, perhaps from other training academies, being passed for their first aid certificate that perhaps don't have the correct qualifications and understanding of what that course was all about?
It's sad, but we do. We see students who have been to other training providers who have come to SECTA to renew their qualifications, and they know nothing about what first aid is all about. That just shows me that the course they've done previously gave them no experience, no confidence, and then when they've come here, they've actually come up to me and said, Richard, the course I've just done now is the best first aid course that I have attended in my 15 years as a security officer. I am walking away from here more confident than I ever have from a previous first aid course. So we actually see the tangible evidence of people doing first aid training at other training providers and not getting the basics of what we want them to achieve to provide that basic life support.
Do you see students that perhaps come from other establishments that maybe have literacy, numeracy and even English language skills?
I suppose we have no evidence per se to say that they actually pass in them. All we can base our observations on are the students who come through SECTA and do their first aid training who are already in the security industry, who have very basic, if minimal, literacy and numeracy ability. It just shows me as a facilitator that they have probably obtained their qualifications from a less than reputable provider.
What are the legal repercussions for someone working as a security guard if they make the wrong decision in a medical emergency situation?
I suppose the general public are looking to security in places like shopping centres and sporting events to provide care for those people who are injured or ill at the public locations. If a security officer does not provide that initial care and treatment when they have a duty of care, there could be some common law duty of care responsibility for the guards. The biggest problem we find are the guards who are less than confident, who may not have obtained their qualification appropriately, are the ones who are less likely to steer away from accidents or incidents. And if the general public sees that, then there could be some legal ramifications for security officers walking away from their responsibility to the public.
In your opinion, is the standard of guard in New South Wales dropping due to this culture of poor training in New South Wales?
I have seen in the last 5 or so years a dramatic decrease in the level of security guards out there in the community. We're seeing that some guards who are obtaining qualifications interstate and through mutual recognition of their qualification, obtaining qualifications in New South Wales as a security officer. These guards are the ones who have probably done 2, maybe 3 days of training, who are not at the standard that we require them to be in New South Wales. So yes, I have seen a dramatic decrease in the level of competence of security officers doing their role out there in the community. And also the guards who come back through SECTA to renew their qualifications in first aid. I see that directly, the level of competence of the guards, yes.